The North Fayette Valley Tigerhawks moved on to the second round with a 29-28 win over New Hampton in the first round last Friday night. We're with head coach Justin Heins. And coach, I ask this with all due respect. North Fayette Valley won a game due to a field goal. Should we be watching for pigs to fly anytime soon?
You might have to. We were talking after the game. It's not even our longest field goal ever, but definitely our most important, our biggest field goal ever. So we kicked one last year at the beginning of the year, and that was our first one as NFV, in about 8 years. So this was our second, and a lot bigger spot in the game for sure.
And Taylor Luzum was the one who put it through, and he's had a nice season overall, contributing on both sides of the ball and on special teams. And he's a kid who hasn't been out for football since junior high. Tell us his story and how he's come on really out of nowhere this year.
For sure. I think he was out in seventh grade. I think he played quarterback and stuff. And I was talking to his mom the other day, and we were just kind of talking about why he wasn't out. And he was just really small as a eighth grader, freshman, and just kind of didn't go out. And he shows cattle a lot, and was going to have to miss camp to go show at the state fair and this and that, and kind of kept him, gave him a reason not come out. And I told him there's a whole lot of season after the state fair, and kind of talked to him. And I think I'd had him coming out a couple years ago without COVID, but after that hit and we didn't have school, I wasn't around to talk to him, and had him in class and stuff last year, and then got him out, and he's done really well for us. It's kind of weird, early on, didn't really know what you were going to get out of him, but I remember a play in our scrimmage with Mac Valley where he kind of broke into the open field, and instead of trying to run away from the guy or run out of bounds, he just went straight at the guy and just kind of ran him over. And so we kind of had an idea of the way he was going to play that night.
And let's not forget, there was the talk of the field goal winning the game, but New Hampton had a nice drive after you guys took the lead on that field goal, and Bryce Ellsburn comes up huge, getting that interception inside the 10-yard line. Take us through that sequence. Obviously, New Hampton was able to move the football on you through the passing game, but your defense stepped up in the end.
Yeah, we were doing a good job against their run game, and McShane stopping him. He had a few nice carries, but and we were trying to double Weemark early on. And he was just getting open, but second half, I feel like we kind of got a feel for it. I mean, I think we dropped probably 3 interceptions, a couple of them on that final drive, here and there. One Taylor was camped for, and Weemark came in and basically just turned into a defender and made a nice play on him. But that last drive, like you said, they got it back. We got them to a 4th and 10 early on, and they called a timeout. And I even told them, I said, if they get this, it's not the end of the world. They still got to go the length of the field, and so they made another nice play over on the sideline. Nice catch. Quarterback was putting it in really good spots. And, Bryce come up huge, made a nice play coming off his guy and then making that pick over the middle.
And the sequence of the game last Friday night had some similarities to your Union game a few weeks back. Do you think going through similar situations in that Union game helped you kind of get ready and kind of navigate the waters in the first round win last Friday?
For sure. If nothing else, it showed our guys that, we might be down, but we're not out, and just keep playing. And our last drive when we ended up getting the field goal on, I think started inside our 10. I think it was like a 7-minute and 30-second drive. So just kind of keep plugging away and just showing themselves they're not out. Union, we couldn't hardly move the ball in the first half, where Friday night, we were always moving it. So the kids knew they could do it, and just kind of a matter of fact and not running out of time.
And it was a character trick last Friday night, and your kids rose to the occasion. How good did that feel as a coaching staff, knowing the fact that, as you were saying, you guys were down, but they definitely weren't out?
For sure. They would score, we would score, they would score. We had that weird deal with the coin flip where we had to kick off twice, and just fighting back from that adversity and kind of cost the ball. The only time we were stopped was, a couple plays right before the first half where we had a drive. So that ended up being a pretty big deal, but now just kind of turns into a funny story instead of a deal breaker for the playoffs. But I'm really proud of the kids and the way they were able to, not let that affect them and come out and play hard.
And Monticello, your opponent, you make bus trip down there come this Friday night. Granted, anybody still playing football is a pretty good football team at this time of year. What do you know about Monticello?
For sure, real quarterback heavy, and then a couple really good receivers. I think last week they had 66 plays on offense, and he either threw it or ran at 62 of them. So their receivers have, one of them's got 60 some catches, one of them 50 some, and their next kid is like 8. So really stopping those two and getting after the quarterback when he runs it. And we've been down there before. It's a long trip. These seniors were down there as freshmen, so they're somewhat familiar with the trip and the field. And yeah, I mean, if we can get after the quarterback and get after him and tackle him in open space, then I feel pretty good about our chances.
All right, Coach, bottom line, you're still playing football, and that's a good thing. And hopefully that can be the case after Friday night. Keep your kids healthy. We wish you best of luck.
Sure, thanks.
Justin Heins, head coach of the North Fayette Valley Tiger Hawks. It's the Tiger Hawks at Monticello this Friday night.